All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakha Kodash. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father in the ancient Hebrew, and Yahweh Shai is the name of his only begotten Son, all right, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, all right, the Savior of the nation of Israel, starting with the elect. All right, I want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings onto the elect. All right. Now, just want to do a quick video, all right, on, which brothers have already seen it. The elder apostle Ramlab had done a video, a video on it last night, going into, I forget exactly if it was a congressional talk. So I know it was in that area where they were talking and they brought up, the black Hebrew Israelites, as they like to title it, or title us, all right, which, elders and brothers have done videos on it, and we tell you constantly over again, but that we're not black Hebrew Israelites. When you look throughout the different, camps, all right, whether it be us or, Great Millstone or whatever, you'll see certain brothers in there that don't even look so-called black, but nonetheless, they're still going to do what they're going to do, all right, and label it however they want to label it. You know why? Because on the books, they have it labeled as BHI. Now, they said, that there was an article from the Southern Poverty Law Center, all right, that there was an article from the Southern Poverty Law Center that was basically, saying that the black Hebrew Israelites were a racist group, that have become militant. So now that's the part that in their minds is raising concern that the Israelite groups have become militant. Salakia, give me 1 second. Accounts where these devils will do something, and then they'll put us in the news or put us in the media and demonize us, and then they'll switch the subject, and then later on they'll do something else, put us back in there, demonize us some more, switch the subject, and so now with those different attacks, and like they brought up the whole Jersey City shooting and so on and so forth, all right, which we know that was all set up anyway. They tried to link us to it. Wouldn't be surprised if they come back later on, and this time they say, all right, we're actually going to link them to it. We've come up with enough lies and propaganda to basically link them to it. But we understand that the closer and closer we are to this mark of the beast, these big prophecies, these last few prophecies coming to pass, that persecution is a part of it, and they are going to come after us. Why? Because they don't want us spreading the truth. They don't want us pushing the truth out there. So it's not by coincidence that they brought up, they started putting into the news, what do they call that? They said religious-based groups, conspiracy theories, and then the rise of quote-unquote self-proclaimed prophets. Now they're saying that if you're talking about the mark of the beast, that's linked to QAnon and all these conspiracy groups and terrorist groups and this, that, and the third. You got your Grandmaster Jay. So all those different accounts, all those different events and situations that took place, and each one of them, if you were paying attention, as we even did videos on it, they subtly try to link themselves to us, okay? Or try to put us in there some way, somehow, all right? As their job wasn't, to put us on the forefront, then it was just for them to associate, they'll come out, say something crazy or do something crazy, and that'll catch attention, and then link yourselves to us, okay? They link themselves to us, all right? That way, when basically later on, when the time comes, all these things are on the books, they can use that to their advantage, all right? They can use that and say, hey, look, remember when Grandmaster Jay came out? He was out here marching and, had guns and pointed a gun at a police officer, and they were all talking about they're ready to shoot people up and all this extra stuff. Hey, guess what? What else did he say? He said he was basically linked to the BHI. Hey, remember that shooting in Jersey City? Yeah, those people also said that they were part of BHI. Hey, remember the Joy Morgan, the woman that got killed? Hey, guess what? That was also related to the BHI, and then so on and so forth. You know, and so all these different events that have taken place in the past, they're bringing it up, you know, and they'll put it to the front like, hey, they'll twist it up, you know, and then they'll bring it to the front, make it seem as though, hey, these guys are actually worse than you think, you know. Do you really? And then vocab Malone pops up, you know, man's went MIA, all right, and pops up right at the perfect moment. Hey, by the way, I have a book, a documentary. I have all this information, all right, on the BHI because I've been studying them. You know, I even visited their camps, you know, and don't be surprised when they start throwing names out, you know. Oh, Tahar. Oh, Gabar. Oh, you know, speaking from his perspective, you know, and they teach that, you know, they're the reincarnation of the prophets, and they believe that, you know, this, that, and the third, and they teach this about women and little girls and this here and that here, you know, and they're just adding fuel to the fire, okay, because that is their job. Their job is to make us look, even though it's not true, but it's to make us look like the worst people in all of existence. We know that's how this devil plays. We know he does not play fair, and we know that his MO is control the agenda first. That justifies whatever actions you take after that, right? So you want to invade another country, you have to create an excuse. Either the country's leader is mistreating them, or there's some reason why you need to be up in that country, and then that's your justification for going up in that country, whether you go with force or you go by so-called peace. All right, so that's what they do. And now what are they doing? They're creating their justification to roll out, because first they said, oh, for extremist groups or terrorist groups, we need to basically you know, deal with them, you know, with war tactics, you know, treat extremists as terrorists, okay, so that way we can go to the full extent of the law with them, you know. First they set that in place, you know, and then they had this whole Capitol situation, all right, amidst all the protests and riots during the George Floyd situation. And what did that do? That set the groundwork for terroristic activities. There's a rise in terrorism. There is a rise in this. There is a rise in that, right? And then you move on to the extreme. Oh, these guys are preaching hate. They're racist. They're saying, and in that same room, those politicians, they said these people believe that white people only are devils incarnate, and they only deserve slavery and death or something like that. All right, which we don't teach that. We teach that Edomites, okay, and that's why it's important that you use the terms that the scriptures use. Now we add on to it and say we add to that term by saying so-called white people, because we use that to clarify. You know, like we'll say Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. So they know who we're talking about, who we're making reference to when we mention Yahushai, or when we mention, you know, these different names. Okay. You know, so that's why we'll say like Edomites, which are so-called white people, because we know that it's not a skin color thing. It's not based on your skin color. If you're going off of that, then you're being ignorant. You're being without knowledge of what the scriptures are actually saying. That's why it's very key to preach what the scriptures say. All right, because that way, if they try to demonize us, they have to demonize the Bible, because everything we teach is not coming from our minds. It's coming from the scriptures. The information of us being Israelites came from the scriptures. All right, the information on the prophecies came from the scriptures. So they could come up and say, hey, you guys are saying that white people are going to go in slavery. We'll tell them, no, we're not saying white people are going to go in slavery. We're saying Edomites are going to go in slavery. When you say that, you can actually pull up a verse to justify that. And now they can't make it seem as though it's some ideology we made up. We'll tell them, hey, you open to the verse. It's literally right there. So how do you demonize us, but not the Bible? You know, not saying that you should go and demonize the Bible, but we're saying, look, everything we're saying came out of this book. You're a so-called God-fearing nation, God-fearing country, right? Now, if the Bible is so bad, why do you swear on it? Didn't Biden Camel Toe Harris just basically do that at the inauguration? You see? So they want to make it seem as though we are the bad guys. Like we're making this up. Like this is dogma and rhetoric that we are making up, But they don't want to add the part that we're getting it from the scriptures, because then that would be like, oh shit. So the Bible is actually saying this. But that's the truth. Now people may think that, oh well, whatever you guys are doing, from an ignorant perspective, they'll say whatever you guys are doing, other groups have already tried it. Black Panthers and so on and so forth. They've already tried it, and it didn't end out well for them. The reason it's gonna end differently for us is because our judge, our power, all right, our God, all right, is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, they commanded us to go out there and teach. They didn't command us to go out there and take up guns. They didn't command us to go out there and be militant. They didn't command us to go out there and do any of that stuff. So we don't do any of that stuff. The question is, okay, we're so bad, right? We're these big bad terrorists. We've done all this wickedness, but time out, hold on 1 second. Why are we not in jail? You arrest people for petty crimes, but we're these dangerous terrorists, but we're out here on the streets, we're let loose, We're committing all these crimes against humanity, and we're so evil, and we're a danger to so-called white people and this, that, and the third. But why haven't you arrested us? Because they don't have, all right, anything to get us on. Okay, they don't have anything to get us on because they know we're innocent. That's why, if you notice, they don't put us in the forefront. But what do? They try to tie us or link us with, all right, other groups. So in the forefront, what do they say? In the forefront, they'll put up Antifa. In the forefront, they'll mention QAnon. In the forefront, they'll mention these other groups. Okay, and then in the background, they'll slide in and say, plus the Hebrew Israelites, or the BHI, the Black Hebrew Israelites. So your mindset is, you already have a bitter taste in your mouth from the first few groups they just mentioned. And so whatever else they add, you're gonna have a bitter taste about that. Oh, the Hebrew. No, not those guys. Oh man. But hold on. Who's the real terrorist over here? Why are you not on trial for going to the western coast of Africa and literally taking us against our will, stealing us, putting us on slave ships, and bringing us to here to this land to serve slavery under you? Same people that you praise, you have a holiday for Christopher Columbus, but he was a rapist and a murderer and a liar. But you don't want to talk about that? Pizzagate scandals, pedophile rings, that people on that level, those politicians, those high up elites were caught partaking, all right, in such activities, calling little girls and little boys by code names of pizza orders. You were caught. It came out. But we're the ones on trial? How does that make sense? Who's really the wicked? Because let's go by your track record. Let's go by your track record and find out who is really the wicked over here. Who's really a danger to society? Who's poisoning the air that you're breathing? Okay? Who's out here, terrorizing the whole world? It ain't us. We don't even have the power to do that. But just because of certain words that we're speaking, these devils come up against us as if we have committed the most heinous crimes, right? You'll put somebody in jail, right, for rape, and you'll be happy that the person is in jail for rape because, oh yeah, they're such an evil rapist. But who haven't you raped, robbed, and murdered, right? You hate Ted Bundy because he's a murderer and a serial killer, but you go and commit murder. You shoot us down in the streets all the time, unrighteously. So why don't we turn the tables on you? How the hell is a hypocrite gonna come and try to come at us and say that we're evil racist? You want to talk about racist? Have you not heard of institutional racism? Look at let's just take America for example, right? Look at America. You want to talk about we're racist? Whose actions really show so-called racist views? All right, Shalom. Bible Defender 144. I had a lady when I was out there teaching. She basically said, I'm tired of y'all on our street corners. Yeah, and then there was a video that I saw. Certain brothers were teaching in the I think it was in the hood somewhere, and then you had Jake in the street corners over there, not Israelites teaching, but just regular Jake. Dude just pulled up with a whole long ass gun, like, yo, we tired, we not trying to hear that. Don't bring that shit over here. Now, he didn't do anything, of course, but going to show you that the people, all right, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be easily swayed. That just because they don't like us, not even for any particular reason, they just might not understand or know what we're talking about, but they're just like, I've heard that y'all just on the corners yelling at people and stuff, so I don't like you off of the rip, so yeah, good for them, get them, then they're gonna have the posters out, the ads, if you see these men on any corners, man, call this number, give us the address, if you see this particular man, call we'll give you a however much money reward. This is the brother Tazar, Psalms 37:30. The mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment. All right. Verse 31, the law of his God is in his heart, none of his steps shall slide. Verse 32, the wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. You see that? They watch us and seek to slay us. Okay? Now they know they can't just go around just slaying us. That's how they move. They move through like I said, that justification. They want to look like the good guys in what they're doing. Now this is the book of Revelation, chapter 12, all right, verse 17. It says, and the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed. Now, the woman being the nation of Israel, who is the remnant of her seed? The remnant are the elect, okay? Those, which it says here, which keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Yahushua HaMashiach, all right? So this dragon, Esau, Edom, his power structure, his system, all right, they're wroth. When you go up to the 12th verse, it says what? The devils come down onto you having great wrath. All right. So they were wroth and went to make war with the remnant of her seed. That's why they said they're gonna use warlike tactics on extremists or whatever they want to title it. However they want to title it. But at the end of the day, man, we understand that this is all propaganda set up by Esau. But we know, all right, we know that this is what they were going to do. The scriptures say it. I literally just read it, man. Okay? He was wroth and went to make war with the remnant, all right, of her seed. And a part of that war, all right, is those lies and the propaganda and the demonization. But it's okay though, because we're expecting this, man. We're not afraid because we're expecting it. We know, all right, that you are gonna do this. We know you have to do this. Okay? This is prophecy, man. If you don't do this, prophecy will not be fulfilled. So we understand that you got to do this, man. But also understand that what else is prophecy is the Lord countering, okay, whatever it is.
Phone's connected. Connect a phone and try again.
Salakia, the Lord countering whatever it is you're gonna come with, whatever legislations you're gonna. The Lord is setting you up so that you can fail, man. He's setting up the show. He's setting it up, all right, to make it grand, to make it good. Matter of fact, I just go back, So hey, it's about time, as the scriptures say, that basically we basically make it to the gates of the nobles. All right, that's where we at right now. We at the gates of the nobles, man. All right, and though it may seem like whatever we're doing is little, and it may look and seem insignificant, it's not. It's bothering these devils, man. It's getting to them. Okay, it's getting to these devils, and that's ultimately why they're coming out now. Like, yo, these guys are talking about the chip. They're breaking it down. They're waking their people up. They're letting them know that they're Israelites. They're doing everything that we can't have that. We can't have that. So guess what? That's why they're coming to make war with us. But you not, what I mean? That's not anything that we fear. You ain't making war with us. You coming to make war with Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and it's a wrap for you. It's over. Because the Lord, like I said, the same reason the scriptures tell you in the book of Romans, the Lord said, even for this have I set thee up. You know, that's the reason the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, you know, so that he could ultimately destroy him. You know, he could bring him down. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. And that's what the Lord is doing to this place, man. And so guess what? You're going to come after us. But pursuant to Isaiah 59:19, the Most High got something for you. All right, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai got something for you, man. And he can't wait to unleash it on your ass. But you got to come in first. See, the big move the Lord is going to make is going to be a counterattack. You know, it's going to be a counterattack. That's how the Lord always rolls. He puts us in a position. It looks like everything is against us. And there's nobody there to fight for us. Nobody there to support us. And we call upon the Lord. All right. And we get all the help and then some. You know. Now I got a precept to back up what we just read here in the book of Revelation. All right, going into that dragon coming and make war, all right, with the woman and the remnant of her seed. All right, now this is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16. All right, and maybe I'll jump around through this chapter a bit. But starting at verse 70, it says, "For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord." All right. Why? Because they're going to make us seem like the worst people in all of existence. You know, these guys are evil. These guys are terrorists. These guys are this. These guys are that. You know, we know that. All right. We already know that, man. We don't expect any less from the devil. All right. A deceiver. That is what you are, and that is what you'll do. It says, verse 73, "Then shall they be known who are my chosen." Right. So you see the what takes place before that. All right. Their insurrection upon all those that fear the name of the Lord, that fear the Lord. You know, they come like madmen. All right. Sparing none and spoiling those that fear the Lord, taking away and wasting, you know, their goods. All right. But ultimately it says what? "Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold is in the fire." Okay. It says, verse 74, "Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same." All right. The Lord is going to deliver us from the same. It says, "Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide." So we understand that, hey, guess what? No matter, you know, whatever they come with, the scriptures say that they are the sword of the Lord. You know, they are the sword of the Lord. So we ain't got nothing to worry about, man. The Lord is in control of it all. And that's why when you watch the video that Apostle Ramlob did, you know what I'm saying? You might say, whoa. Why is he excited? You know, they mentioned us as basically a terrorist militant group, and that means that they're gonna get ready to roll on us. So why was he excited about that? But you got to understand that it's prophecy. Why wouldn't you be excited about it? You know, as a matter of fact, we'd rather, you know, them hurry it up and roll. Okay, come with whatever you got, than for us to just keep waiting, because one way or another, the prophecy has to come to pass before we can move on. All right. Whether it happens later or sooner, the same prophecy is going to happen. So it's better it happens sooner than later, you know? So that's why we excited, man, because this is like, it's not a lose for us. It's really a win, you know? And the Lord is setting up the devil for us to see the victory that he's going to bring with a mighty hand. Okay. So as we read here, and the God, verse 75, "Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide." So whether you're brought into that courtroom, you know, and they're broadcasting it on live TV, and here's one of the leaders of these extremist groups, and who and then they always add who believe that they're superior to da 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 da, and that white people da 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 da. You know, just to give you a little background of who you're watching right now. That's what they do. We know how the media rolls. But the Lord said, "Don't be afraid." Verse 75, verse 76, "And the guide of them who keep my commandments." Okay, Revelation 12:17. "Make war with the woman and the remnant of her seed that keep the commandments," all right, "of the Most High." It says, "And precepts, saith the Lord power. Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves." Okay, so we already know that this is the agenda that the devil is going to come with. All right, but it's not gonna stop there. Yeah, he may try to come after us, but so what? You know, we're covered. We got insurance. You know, we're covered. But the question is, what happens when he starts to make his agenda and roll on you? You know, you may be, oh yeah, you know, yeah, get those guys off the corners, man. You know, get them in prison, kill them, whatever. Cool, but we're gonna be protected. You know, even in death, we're gonna glory in the Lord. But what are you gonna do when the time comes when they set up this military stand and they take away your freedoms and they force, you know, you indirectly to get that chip, you know, and ultimately the Lord comes back and destroys your ass with thermonuclear missiles. A lot of you people are going downhill. We going uphill, you know, and it's gonna be a beautiful ride. All right, now this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 33, verse 33. It says, "And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them." All right, now, just like Yahushua, after he died was when that soldier was like, oh, truly, you know, this was a son, all right, of God, or the son of God, you know? So when they do all these things, these people are going to say, oh, yeah, nah, man, who the hell, you know? Yeah, get those niggas off the corner. Until the Lord steps in and intervenes on our behalf, then it's going to be known, oh, those are not just some average people on the corner. Those are not just some guys who just don't know anything and they're just wasting their lives. They clearly got a higher power protecting them, you know? And a lot of people are going to learn the Heliodorus way, you know? We don't, now, matter of fact, since I mentioned it, let's go to it real quick. All right, in the book of Isaiah, chapter 59, verse 19. We know the standard is going to be on our behalf to protect us and defend us, but we don't know exactly what the standard is going to be. All right? But we know it's going to be a great standard because it says, Isaiah 59 and 19, "So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him." So we know it's going to come as a flood. All right? So we don't know exactly what the standard is going to look like, but we know it's going to be something heavy, you know, something that's going to be strong enough to protect us against this devil and his army, his flood of armies, you know, and his agenda. Okay, so we don't have anything to worry about, man. We just got to go with the flow, you know, and just know that the Lord is not going to steer us in any direction that is going to be for our harm. All right, as it says here in the book of Romans, I believe it's the Romans 8 and 28, it says, "And we know that all things work together for good to them that love the Most High." We're about to realize just how powerful calling on the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is. I mean, when you start seeing these out of this world events happening because sincere members of the elect were calling upon the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, you're gonna realize that name holds power, man. You know, when things start happening by calling on the name of the Lord in faith, you know, everybody's gonna realize, damn, you know, that is power right there. You know, that is extreme power right there, and that's exclusive to the elect. All right, because the elect are the ones who are gonna call on the name of the Lord, having faith and believing. All right, it says here, Romans 8 and 28, "And we know that all things work together for good to them that love the Most High, to them who are called according to his purpose." All right, those that are chosen, the elect. Okay, so, hey, look, we know, of course, that this is a part of prophecy. All right, and we know we're eager to see it take place. All right, but we also got to remember that, hey, look, according to prophecy, some of us will get caught. Revelation 2 and 10. Some of us will be put into prison. Some of us will be put to death for having the testimony of Yahushua. All right, but that is not to stop us or separate us, as it says here in verse 35. "Who shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach? Shall tribulation, or distress, or persecution, or famine, or nakedness, or peril, or sword? Are these things gonna separate you from the love of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai?" It says, like as it is written, "For thy sake we are killed all the day long." All right, for who? For the Lord's sake. Okay, it says, "We are counted as sheep for the slaughter." me see real quick. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter. Verse 37, nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors, though through him that loved us. So we're going to be more than conquerors through him that loved us. The story's going to start off looking as though, damn, these devils are about to, it's over for us. There's no hope, you know? But then the Lord is going to flip the script on them, all right? And it's going to be like, damn, there's no hope for them, you know? As King David said, they cried even unto the Lord, all right? But there was no answer. Then did I beat them, you know, small as the dust of the earth, man. You know? So it says here, verse 38, for I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of the Most High, which is in Yahushua HaMashiach, our Lord. All right? That's what we got to bear in mind always, man. That's the level of love and faith and trust you got to have in Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua, man. So strong that nothing, not life, not death, nothing, all right, can separate you from the love of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua. All right. That's right. Hey, yeah. You know, the chariots of Israel too, like Elder Apostle Tahar said, if you were the last man on the earth with this truth, would you still teach? You know, that's the question. You know, would you still teach having that faith? You know, and hey, there's people that would say, yeah, I would, but then you realize you got put in that position, all right, and you see how they truly behave. You're like, hey, those are just words, man. Now we're coming into the point where, you know, it's gonna be more than just words. The Lord is gonna test those words, man. You know, that all that I have faith and calling on the Lord, he's going to put that to the test. All right. See, it's a different feel when you actually sitting or you got cuffs in your hands and you're in the back of a car, or you in a courtroom in an orange jumpsuit and they basically saying you a terrorist. And you're like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I ain't never been in this situation before. And you just there. You're like, oh, shit, they got the cameras and everything. You know, you got, you know, your family members crying, looking at you different. You know, your heart is racing. You know, and the judges out there telling you this, that, and the third, and they're saying this and they're saying that. You're like, what the hell? And it feels real. It feels different than what you imagined. But that's the part of prophecy. That's the realism. You know? Now, in that moment, what you already in it. Yeah, you look, let me tell you something, man. You got these other groups. Look, even you sellouts who sold out to try and forward Esau's agenda, he is going to come for your ass, man. He uses you, all right, to you know, to further his agenda, all right, to help, you know, criminalize and get what he wants to get. But after that, he's gonna come for you. He's gonna come for you anyway, man. You know, the devil has hatred for Esau, man. I said for Esau, for Jacob. Esau has a hatred for Jacob, not just the wicked Jacob or the good Jacob, or he got hatred for Jacob plain, man. All right, so you gotta prepare your minds that these devils are getting ready to come. All right, with anger, with wrath, all right, with hatred, with lies, and it's not gonna be fair. We know that. Don't expect it to be fair. You know, but you guys are lying. So what? That is how they move. That is their agenda. They are supposed to lie. What do you expect the devil to do? Come and tell the truth? Of course he's gonna lie. But we're not pleading our case to people. People's minds can easily be swayed just by what Esau says. All right. We know that the true judge knows that we're innocent. That's it. That's all you need to know. That's you. Stay calm, man. Yahushua, before Pilate, he wasn't bugging out. These guys are bugging out. They're lying. Because he wasn't trying to justify himself to Pilate. Because Pilate ain't going to do shit. You know? He told him, he said, look, you can only do what my father has given you the leeway or the power to do. And if the Lord ain't give you permission, you cannot cross any bounds the Lord has set for you, man. You know? So if a brother ends up getting arrested, man, the Lord wanted it to happen that way. Because if he didn't, it wouldn't happen. That's the mindset you got to carry, man. You know, whatever situation you find yourself in, the Lord wanted you from the foundation of the earth at this point in time to be in that position. All right. But faith provokes miracles. All right. When you're in a tough position and it looks like there's no way out, get ready for a miracle. If you have true faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, get ready for a miracle. But it's only going to come through your faith, man. You have to believe, almost like you're waiting for it. Not a if, but a when. Okay. You got to have that strong faith and belief, all right, in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Trust in the Lord. Okay. So, hey, that's pretty much it. I'm going to end it off there. Lord willing, this was edifying unto the elect. We already know what these devils are planning. All right. Don't be surprised if they start talking about it more and more, because on your average, you turn on CNN or MSNBC or Fox News, they talk about the whatever happened at the Capitol. They talk about a rise in terrorism. It's on their list of things they have to cover. All right. So guess what? Very soon you're going to start hearing Black Hebrew Israelites, militant group, hate group, more and more. So don't be surprised if you start hearing that more and more. All right. And then once it becomes common talk, they're going to move. Hey, this is what we gotta make a push, to end all this and create that peace and unity. All right. And in their minds, their peace and unity comes by eliminating us. But you can't eliminate us because the Lord set us up. All right. You don't have more power than Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Our defender is the creator. Who's your defender? All right. The scriptures say the deceived and the deceiver are his. And guess what? Satan was also created by our defender. So these devils ain't got nothing on us, man. They child's play. All right, they child's play. So don't worry about it. Okay. But hey, Lord willing, that the Heavenly Father, Ba'Shem Yahushai, puts that heavy spirit on us to where whatever we find that whatever situation we find ourselves in, whether it's ourselves or our family members or whatever, we still have the strength to maintain the faith. All right. So with that, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, barakatham to you all. Koholo Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rechak Kodash. Until next time, Shalom.